everyone, good day. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to our little dreamers, fighters, and bionic armies out there. And once again, thank you very much for ceaselessly supporting me in my vlogging career. And today is a very exciting day because we are going to be sharing with you what we are passionate of. And having the experience to work in the BPO industry for over 10 years, I think I can share with you some helpful insights how you can land a job in the BPO industry. So please do tune in and watch out as we share with you our tips how you can successfully get in the call center industry. And with me is a very promising vlogger in the making, and he's a personal friend of mine for almost a decade now. And let me introduce to you Lanlan, anak ni Isay.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're great. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. Lanlan has also experienced working in the BPO industry, I believe so. And I was his former trainer in one of the international accounts in one of the BPOs in Dumaguete City. And I tagged him along because I know he has a lot to share about being an agent, being patient, being empathic, and a lot more. So please do watch out for that. So as what I've mentioned, we have been working in the BPO industry for over a decade now. And through the years, I have learned great deals about customer service. And I find it, or it may be helpful for you, especially those who are aspiring to work in the BPO industry. So right now, I'm connected with Inspiro and Infocom as part of HR Leadership and Development, and I've been working in our company for over 7 years. So let me share with you what I know about customer service, what I know about leadership, and how you can eventually land a job in the BPO industry. So I guess we're very ready. Are you ready, Lanlan?
Ready or not, I am.
Okay, ready or not, here we go. So the first tip that we are gonna give is, what do you have?
Be confident.
Be confident. So you have to sound confident because if you don't sound confident, or the interviewer may doubt your skill and they may think that you are incapable of delivering. So confidence at the end of the day matters in the BPO industry. Because if you're taking in calls, I'm sure our agents can relate to this. Na when they're taking in calls and they stutter, it sends a message that you are unsure of what you're saying. So the customer may be doubtful of your competence. But the same concept can be applied when you're applying for the position. So if you don't sound confident, the interviewer may doubt if you will be able to deliver or not. So by hook or by crook, come hell or waters high, you have to sound confident.
I strongly agree.
Okay, good. Very good. So that's number one. Tip number one, you have to be confident. And our second tip for you guys today is be honest. Be honest means you can be honest that you don't know anything. It's okay. It's perfectly fine to not know something. You just have to be honest to the interviewer. Don't pretend that you know something. Kay basig matola ka besh. So, right?
Exactly. You just have to be transparent on what you know
And what you don't know. Correct. That is correct. So be honest. At the end of the day, it's about the skill and the will, right? Skill is something that you can learn, but the will is something that is difficult to imbue. So at the end of the day, the skill matters, but the will also matters. So you just have to be honest. So as what I've mentioned, if you lack the skill, that is something that you can learn. So that's something that you can learn naman, so nothing to worry about that. And at the end of the day, we circle it back to the adage that says honesty is still the best policy. So be honest. All right? What's next? Our third tip for you today is
be patient.
be patient. So what does that mean? Being patient means you have to be empathic and you have to understand your customers. When you will be taking in calls, there will be a lot of customers who will be testing your patience. They are gonna be testing you to the limits with all the effing words. So that's kind of challenging. But at the end of the day, we serve them. We have the job because of our customers, so we have to understand and we have to be patient to our customers. That's what I've mentioned. At the end of the day, they are bringing in jobs for us. So I think we just don't have the right to be rude to our customers. And we've seen a lot of agents being terminated because of rudeness to the customers. In any BPO industry or any BPO company, rudeness is a no-no. So you cannot be rude to the customers. You cannot release calls. So that's a no-no. Those are terminable offenses in whatever BPO you're working with. So I've witnessed a lot of agents who cried and who were pleading for, who were crying and pleading for another chance. But unfortunately, those violations are non-negotiable. So unfortunately, we cannot give another chance if we catch you releasing calls or being rude to the customers. Okay? So be patient. So to those who have not worked in the BPO industry yet, how do we apply being patient? Probably when you will be applying for a position, you will have to wait for longer hours before you get entertained by our recruitment specialist, because they're also attending a lot of applicants. So we just have to be patient, right? So that's very important. You have to be patient. Next, what do we have for them?
Be proficient in multitasking.
Be proficient in multitasking. What does that mean? When you will be taking in calls, you will have to know, you have to crack the art of multitasking, because you will be navigating a lot of tools. And remember, in one of the accounts that we were supporting back in the day, we had to open more than 10 applications or 10 tools, and at the same time we have to actively listen to the customers, and you will have to do that. So whoever said that being a call center agent is easy, telling it up on your faces that it's never easy, because sometimes you need to calculate, you need to know how to do that, especially for billing. You have to know, for example, you're supporting a healthcare account, you have to know how to read diagnosis codes, so you can be a medical coder or biller.
Yes.
You have to know places that you've never been when you're supporting attractions and services. You have to know about credit cards, about the annual percentage, APR, MPR, and again, it's too demanding. Demanding of your time, demanding of your brain capacity. So you have to know, you have to be proficient in terms of multitasking. So you have to know how to navigate and at the same time to communicate while communicating to our customers. So if you don't know how to multitask, you better start doing that now. Okay? So what's next? Our next tip for you is
be available 24/7 night shift.
That is correct. So you have to be available 24/7. If you're applying for the position, make sure that your phones are switched on. In a lot of times we tried contacting some agents. Unfortunately, we cannot contact them. We cannot communicate to them because their phones are kind of off. Basigi off siguro nila, but you have to be available. So you don't need, when you're applying for the position, make sure that your phones are not on silent mode, because anytime call center representatives or recruitment specialists will be contacting you for your schedule, right? So be available 24/7. So when an interviewer would ask you if you're available 24/7, and you have to say yes, because in the BPO industry, you cannot personally select your preferred time, but there are some accounts that you will have to support 24/7. And by saying 24/7, you may be supporting a night shift, or you will be in a night shift, you will be in a morning shift, or you will be in a mid shift. So you just have to be flexible. So be available 24/7. All right. And lastly, what's our last tip for them?
Practice English, written and spoken.
That is correct. At the end of the day, English is the medium of business communication. So lucky for you if you're supporting a local account, that you only have to, you have to communicate in Tagalog. But if you're supporting international account, then you have to be good in terms of communicating in the English language. You have to work on your accent. You have to work on the grammar. right pronunciation, and a lot more. So the beauty about or working in the BPO industry is that we get to experience a week-long language training as facilitated by the language team. So they'll teach you about the do's and don'ts. They'll teach you about the cities and states in the US or whatever country you're supporting in. They'll teach you about phonetics, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. If you're familiar, then you have to practice that. They'll teach you about the common mispronounced words. So, and of course, SVA. And let me also take this opportunity to inform everyone that I'm doing free English training online, and we are facilitating that to pay it forward and to share what we know about the English language. So I hope that you are as eager and as enthusiastic as I am to learn more about the English language. I don't mean to say that I'm good, but I'm good in the English language, but I'd like to believe that that right now I'm working on my masterpiece. So work on your English. You can see my previous posts in relation to SVA or subject-verb agreement, as well as the verb tenses. So I think those are the 6 tips that we have for you, and we look forward to see you getting in and securing a job position in the BPO industry. But again, just a friendly reminder that working in the BPO is never easy. It's too demanding of our time. It's too draining because we have to be flexible 24/7, and it takes a lot of analytical thinking, right? So you have to think and you have to think and you have to think. So those are our tips for you. Just to quickly recap, number 1 is you have to sound confident when you are interviewed by our recruitment team or when you are communicating to the clients, so you have to sound confident. Number 2, we still believe that honesty is the best policy, so you have to be honest. Number 3, be patient. I think that's very important. You can apply that in your day-to-day life. So be patient, not only when you're working in the BPO industry, but be patient with your personal development, be patient with your growth, be patient with everything. Number 4 is you have to be proficient in terms of multitasking. So you have to know how to navigate and at the same time. The challenge about this is when you are a baby boomer, and I don't mean to generalize, but when you are a baby boomer, you may have some technical difficulties, specifically with navigation. So practice makes perfect, as they say. So you have to be proficient in multitasking. Number 5 is be available 24/7. You may be working and supporting an account at night, right? Working at night, so you have to be flexible. And lastly, I think the most important of them all is you have to practice English. So you work on your English, and I think Filipinos are known to be good known as better, or we're known as we are known to be good in terms of communicating in the English language. So all you need to do is to work on it. Practice makes perfect. And if you want to know more about the English language, we have some tools available for you. So we're excited to see you on board. And that's it, I believe so. Would you like to add something?
Just subscribe to my channel.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe to his channel, Roland Laos. And I'll see you for more tips in the BPO industry. Thank you so much. Kamsahamnida.